Hi, welcome back to class. I hope you're having a great week. Let's get started with today's word of the day. Today's word is suitable. Suitable is an adjective, so it's describing a noun. It means fit or right for some purpose or event. And we could use it in a sentence like this: checkers and other games with small parts are not suitable for very young children. Probably the person writing this sentence is thinking about a young child maybe choking on some of those small parts. So that wouldn't be suitable. It wouldn't be right for a small child to play with. So maybe in your daily life, you could connect it this way. Maybe going outside in shorts and a t-shirt when it's snowing outside would probably not be suitable because it's just, you're not going to be adequately dressed for the temperature. Think of a way that you could use the word suitable in a sentence, and then make sure that you post it on the classroom page so that people can see your sentence. Okay, now when we break this word down into chunks, we have three chunks: suitable. So you're going to say suit first. Suit. With that oo spelled with two letters. So hold that oo sound while you write both letters in it. Suit. And then bowl. B. Oh, hold that sound while you write both letters. And we're going to grab that O there. I like to put a little shape around that O. And then we'll put some eye stoppers in. Suitable. Now, if you're really studying this one to spell it, to be able to spell it maybe for a spelling test or something, what you might do is say suitable in order to get this one right. Now, the great thing about the ol at the end of this word is that when it's tall letter, short letter spelling of the sound ol, then it's always going to be le. There are a lot of different ways to spell the sound ol, like al and ol and ul and il and el, but when it's going tall letter, short letter, it's always le. So that's helpful. So whenever I see this shape around the ol at the end, I know exactly what letters to use. Okay, it's time to do some word attack. All right, choose your words and then check back with me when you think you're ready to go once you have all of your sounds circled and your chunk lines in. In number one, I see GE at the end of this word. So this E is probably going to soften this G to a just sound. We have D, dam, damage. Sounds like damage, doesn't it? Now, the A is actually an sound in this word, but if you don't try something, you're not going to be able to figure out at all. So you always want to try something. Try a sound that the letter A can be. And the letter A can represent and all four of those sounds. So sometimes you might just have to try a few times until you get just the right sound. Damage. You don't want any damage to your belongings. Don't want anything ruined. In number two, I see OW. That works together to make an ow or an O sound. And then I also see AI. That makes a long A sound. It can also be an S sound, like in the word said or the word again. And now we're ready to sound it out. I'm going to try ow first here. Down, down. Stairs, stairs. Now put them together. Downstairs. Next up. In this word, I see there's an I right after the G. So this is probably going to be a just sound. And this could be a long I sound or a long E sound. And let's just see what happens when we get going on this one. N, there's a chunk. Jine, engine. Well, that's not a word. Let's try long E. Engine, engine. That's not a word either. So maybe we have something trickier going on here. Let's just try an I sound. Engine, engine. Now we have the word engine. Sometimes we have a vowel consonant E pattern that does not change the sound of the first vowel that comes in there. So watch out for those. Try those long vowel sounds first. And if that doesn't work out, go to a short vowel sound or any other sound that it could be. Sometimes we just have decorative E's at the end that don't change sounds at all. Be willing to try things. Be flexible. You never know what you're going to get in the English language. All right, in number 4, I see EAR. All this works together to make the sound and these two letters work together to make the sound th. So we have earth, earth, like the planet that we live on, earth. Number 5, I see IGH here. All of this works together to make the long I sound. Fright. Kind of like what my hair looks like in the morning before I comb it every day. It's such a fright. All right, in number 6, I see, you know what? I see 2 separate words here. And I see a vowel consonant E. Let's see what this turns into. And hand, and then some, hand, some. Sounds like handsome, doesn't it? Yeah, sometimes O consonant E can be an sound, like in the word love and the word done. So you've seen it before, so just be ready to try different things. All right, in this word, I see an ED at the end. Sometimes when we have ED at the end, we say an S sound, and sometimes we don't. So we can try it different ways. Climbed, not a word. Let's try I. Climbed. There we go. So this B is actually silent in this word. Climbed, and the ED works together to make a one sound. Climbed, it's all one chunk. In number 8, I see an right here. And now I'm just going to sound out until I have a chunk. Con, sid, consider. Like you might consider this, which means to think about something. In number 9, I see an SH here. That's going to be my sh sound. Tab. Let's put those chunks together. Tab, lish. Establish. If you establish something, you start it. And then number 10, I see an here. And I also see that there's an E following a C, so I know to try sa. E, I, and Y will change a C to a sa sound. Sell, that's a chunk. Celery. All right, if you need that up a little longer, just pause the video. I'm going to clear this and head over to those sentences to make some corrections. All right, choose your sentence and then pause the video. Come back when you're ready to make the corrections. In number 1, it says the leader of a country should be intelligent, responsible, and trustworthy. All right, let's capitalize this. The leader of a country should be intelligent. That's one character trait. So we have a list of them here. So we need a comma. Responsible. Everything looks good there. So let's put a comma there to show another character trait. And trustworthy. Trustworthy needs an O here instead of a U in trustworthy. So the correct spelling of that word would look like this. And then we'll add a period at the end. I would agree with that. I think a leader should be intelligent, responsible, and trustworthy. All right, number 2. We ate dinner late last night because of Sean's basketball game. Okay, we'll capitalize the first word. And we don't say eated, we would say ate. Ate. A consonant E making the long A sound there. We ate dinner late last night because of Sean's basketball game. Well, Sean is a name, so we'll capitalize that. The basketball game is Sean's, so there's some ownership here. We need to show possession, that the basketball game belongs to Sean. That's why the apostrophe is there. Otherwise, it just looks like there's more than one Sean. And then we just need a period at the end to finish. Next up, number 3, gray wolves, they are endangered. Let's capitalize the first word, which is gray. And gray can also be spelled with an E. It's perfectly okay. In the United States, it's acceptable to spell it either way. I'm not sure about outside of the United States. but it's more common spelling in the US for AY, but it's okay to spell it with EY as well. Gray wolves. This is not how we change the singular form of wolf to its plural form. So let me take out both of these here. Whenever you have a singular noun that has an F at the end, we want to drop that F, change it to a V, and add ES. Now, there's always exceptions to rules, and one of those exceptions is the word roofs. So you can have the word roof, roof, that ends in F, and just add an S to that one to make it plural. Most other words that end in F need to be changed to V and then add ES. I just want to bring up roofs because I want you to be aware that there are some exceptions. Not a lot, but a few. So just keep an eye out for those. Gray wolves. Well, we already know that we're talking about gray wolves, so we don't need to put they in here. Gray wolves are endangered. End of sentence, so we'll add our period right there. All right, and that should be it. Thanks for working hard today, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.